Alright, hello all, welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So today we do have a new Battlefield edition. Now, typically for these sort of monthly ones, I don't usually record it. However, we do actually have new enemies. I don't know if it'll say on here actually, I'm kind of unsure. But we do have new enemies this time around. Let's see. Oh yeah, just right at the beginning here. Starting from this edition, you'll face 7 new enemies. So, I do like to, record when we do have new enemies, see if it's any, level of difficulty or not. Sometimes these can have some pretty difficult fights. Most of the time, I figure it's pretty easy. Now, I do actually want to highlight something before we begin here. So obviously, with the new Battlefield edition, we do have the Garlic Jr. LR. I already did the breakdown as well as the defense calcs for him. He looks to be really crazy. And what's even more crazy here is we can rainbow him immediately. Like, just frame 1. They have never done this for a Battlefield LR before. They did sort of speed Alon and Nielza, so I suppose maybe there could have been a bit of an idea as to that they may just allow us to rainbow them. But it seems just going forward, potentially, we'll be able to rainbow Battlefield LRs immediately. Now, that being said, I can't. I will grab him and do like a 55% showcase at some point. I think that could be fun to do. Because, a lot of people... I can't rainbow him, but a lot of people also, maybe they'll only be able to get like 1 copy in general. So, I think doing a 55% showcase for him is still pretty valid. But yeah, with that being said, we're gonna jump into the new Battlefield here. We'll see how this goes. I don't know. I really need them to start giving us some more points though. I have been doing Battlefield for quite a while. I mean, I started my account before the 3rd anniversary of the game for Global, right? So it's been quite a while that I've been playing, for sure. It's just they don't give enough points, to be honest. I mean, you barely get enough points for one single card. It's who's the? Oh wait, Team Bardock, right. I mean, it's crazy. They only give you enough for not even one with how much these recent ones cost. So I don't know. It's not like I even like sort of like foolishly spend them. Okay, so he has reduced damage received, but that's about it. Okay. This one looks to be pretty easy. I mean, these first stages usually pretty hard. But sometimes the fights can be kind of tough, so I just like to check the actual stats of them all, just to see. Yeah, I don't know. They really need to increase the currency. Because the reason a lot of, like, older accounts have, like, so much is, specifically global accounts. During, like, I guess it was the 2nd anniversary, they had a banner where, oh, we even one-shot him, okay. They had a banner where they just, like, threw on, like, Battlefield points as, like, a bonus for summoning. So a lot of people, like, I think Goresh's account is one that, I don't know, I wasn't playing back then, right? I suppose I did have an account at various points before, but long story short, this account, at least, is not from that time. And it's just, I don't know, I think it's really stupid that was, like, the one opportunity you had, and if you were not playing then, and you didn't summon on that banner, I mean, you're just kind of fucked. I think that's really dumb. I really hope that eventually they'll come to their senses and increase the amount we get, because we can't really, at least I can't, and once again, I don't really foolishly spend my currency, I don't feel, at least. The only thing that I sort of, like, regret, quote unquote, using my currency for is earlier on this year when I was really struggling with the Super Bosses missions. Several of them came out earlier this year before the category obviously got all these buffs, like the Rose clones and Super Saiyan Rose and Zamasu, right? All these characters hit, like all the characters that came out this year for super bosses. This was before that, and I just did not have what I needed. And I was like, well, you know what? Fuck it. Maybe a Nielsa will be enough. So I grabbed 2 copies of a Nielsa. Now I do like to grab just 1 copy of characters in general, but I really did not like a Nielsa, so I don't think I even grabbed a copy of him originally until I needed him, and even that didn't actually honestly help me out. So it was kind of a waste, unfortunately, in the end. But, you know, that is sort of why I don't have enough, is because I did use them earlier on this year. This is my extreme strength. Okay, Broly. Well, so that's been... There we go. Okay. And then he's also 100. This should work out. It's been a little bit since the last Battlefield, I feel. I guess it hasn't been that long, but it was the start of the Mini 4Q celebration. I don't know, typically, like I said, I don't really record these. I think the last one I did record for Battlefield was GDC. Because, you know, they do have the special ones for GDC usually, I suppose. But besides that, I don't, like, if it's just, like, the same old, I just farm it out on my own time. You know, I don't personally see, like, if there's new enemies, I mean, that's something fun, you know, a special edition, but if it's just, like, a typical, I mean, I suppose they do, like, rotate the types around, and sometimes it actually can make it more difficult, or even more easy, just depending on, you know, obviously, you're gonna have better teams, you know, some types, some extreme super, some categories, I suppose, depending on how you do, like, the builds for Battlefield, are going to be better and worse. So I suppose that it does actually get somewhat easier, somewhat more difficult, varyingly between accounts every new iteration. But for the most part, besides the special editions, the new enemies, I don't know. I don't really see the point in recording it. It's mostly the same thing, even if it is a little bit more difficult. Right? I don't know. I just don't really see the point personally. Okay, let me go for him, and then something like this. Perfect. Yeah, but essentially my strategy for Battlefield, I suppose at this point, I mean, I really could go for like the full, you know, category setups. I mean, it wouldn't be that difficult to set up, but I don't know. I've just been using the type teams for so long that I'm just sort of used to it, you know? I could set it up, though. And I suppose for... In fact, was it with GDC that had the special edition? There was a special edition not that long ago. I think it was GDC. Where it had, like, only 3 fights or something to that effect. Right? So, and you only could bring, like, 35 characters, and I had to re-add everything. And I actually was thinking about... like getting a bunch of category teams set up for it, but I don't know. I just really like doing the type ones. I do have some categories set up though, for sure. Like as you saw at the beginning, you know, I used the free-to-play team Bardock squad, at least at the beginning. I mean, it's I suppose I do have, you know, Tech Dokkan Fest UR Bardock on there, but you don't even need him, as you saw. I mean, I one-shot that one, right? I used the Rose clones after GDC. Over this, what the hell? Am I crazy? Is there a 4th one this time around? I'm sorry, I just got I got thrown off there. There's... so this usually has a ton of enemies, and by the 4th, or rather the 3rd phase here, there's 4 different fights, and the second one usually has 2 different starting ones.
Not bad.
There's usually only like 3 phases to it though, so I don't know that they'd add any more. I don't know. I find that kind of odd. Very interesting. I suppose we'll see. I mean, maybe these next couple of fights will be really difficult then to account for. There's not as many. No way. So, if there's not as many fights, are we gonna get less battlefield memory and stones too then? I didn't even fucking consider that. Oh, don't do that, Dokkan. I hope not. That better not be the case, I swear. Because I really need the battlefield memory, obviously. And every bit of stones, they do help. You know, I am trying to save at this point for 11th anniversary. I'm really confident it's Namek Part 1 into Diamond Part 2. I suppose if I'm wrong and it's like New Year Namek LRs, then I might summon on that, to be honest, over 11th anniversary, but the main plan is saving everything for 11th anniversary, and I still have a decent bit of stuff I can farm out, so I'm going to be heading in with a lot of stuff, especially when we have, you know, Battlefield like this, and, you know, we're going to have a bunch of EZAs upcoming. We should be having the hero EZAs at some point, sometime soon. I mean, usually they would have happened on the 22nd, and that week had, like, no characters, so...
My name is Glorio, the king of the third demon world sent me.
Alright, sorry about that. Once again, I don't really like the talk train, the animations. But yeah, it was, like, so weird. Like, we had nothing that week for new characters. And then they're just gonna, I don't know, it feels so odd. It really feels so odd that we don't have the heroes EZAs, but, you know, those will be, like, a proper EZA event whenever the hell they drop. So that'll give stones, right? We know AGL Trunks is coming. We know the tech androids are coming. And I'd say, you know, I do expect between those and, like, the part 2 of the celebration of New Year's, like, honestly, I can see us having a good, outside of the ones we know are coming, the tech androids, AGL Trunks, and the heroes at some point, unless they went back on their word about the heroes EZAs still happening when they said they should, or when they usually do. Like, I have no clue. But outside of those three, I am still expecting, you know, like a solid, like, 4 or so, something like that. I mean, you gotta think, we did get, so leading into January last year, we had Kid Buu and physical Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and, like, 2-3 weeks before that, I mean, we had the Tech Majin Vegeta and Int Super Saiyan 3 Goku EZA, right? And we had the Super EZA for, like, Int Ultimate Gohan, that celebration. Speaking of Super EZAs, am I the only one that's starting to scratch their head? I mean, what the fuck is going on? I feel like it's been a minute since we've had a Super EZA. Now, I suppose it hasn't been, like, that long overall, I guess, but it's been a decently long time, honestly. I'm actually really surprised that for whatever reason we haven't gotten them. Like, I don't know what they're doing. So with Super EZAs, right? I mean, the last one we had, I mean, was it not Majin Vegeta? And I wasn't even the biggest fan of Majin Vegeta. I wasn't the biggest fan of STR Broly, but he did end up growing on me a bit, for sure. But I don't know. I feel like we haven't really had that many Super EZAs in this, you know, post GDC part of the year here. And the ones we've had, I don't know. I mean, I suppose we've had some misses throughout the year, like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. And, well, I suppose Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Damn, Vegeta has not had good luck this year. That's crazy. because I mean we had Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta for Anniversary as well. I've grown on him for sure. Although to be fair, I did not have him before, and you know I only recently got him with the dupe and everything. But you know, Mini Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta could have been better. I still think he's decent on like the team he has now with all the support and everything, but he could have been better for sure. So I suppose, as opposed to 2024, which was the year of Vegeta, Vegeta has actually not had that much love now that I think about it. I'm a big Vegeta fan. That's really unfortunate. I hope moving into next year, I mean, we can see some better attention to Vegeta. We'll see that. But yeah, like I don't know. It just feels a little weird to me that we haven't, because I mean that was the very start of the baby celebration, right? I mean, was he in part 1 or was he in part 2? I guess he might have been in part 2 actually. So that would have been what, late August? Or was that late September? Mid-late September, something like that. And we're at the end of November here. So it's been about like 2 months, right? I think so. I don't know, it just feels like quite a while to me, personally. I mean, they were dropping them pretty often for a while, and now we're not having them again. The only thing I can really think of is, you know, we did actually see we have, leading up to the 11th anniversary, although they haven't gone live yet, there's going to be these, like, special weekly missions. And, you know, with, like, the wallpaper deal they have going on for, like, 11th anniversary and everything, like, they are really hyping 11th anniversary. I don't know, I find that kind of odd. Unless they're planning some sort of special, like, deal or something for it. Like, I'm not sure, to be honest. I just find it all very interesting. I consider Namek to be very hype, but I know a lot of other people, you know, aren't the biggest fan of, like, Namek for, like, Anniversary or something, so I don't know, that somewhat makes me a little doubtful, to be honest. That it is going to be Namek, but I don't know, we'll have to see. I mean, I would hope that Dokkan thinks Namek is hype, but then again, I mean, we barely get Namek in this game, and when we do, a lot of the time, it has just not been so, you know, well, unfortunately, because, I mean, I feel like Namek is, I don't know, it really does bounce around for me, but I really like Namek. Cell Saga and Namek Saga are, like, my two favorite, I'd say. It does switch up for me quite a bit, you know, back and forth. Same with, like, Frieza and Cell is, like, my favorite villains from Dragon Ball. Okay, well, there's actually a lot of stats this one. Could be interesting. Let's see what we got here. I mean, with the Super Tech Team, though, I don't know that this is going to be that difficult, but we'll see. Maybe I'll get cooked here. I always forget the fucking leads. Do I have Tech 18 to lead? There's... I'm trying to think of who... I suppose this would work, actually. Right here. Listen, I don't know. I always forget my leads. I always forget my leads for Battlefield. This should work, though. Especially when we're talking about, like, the type leads. It's hard to remember which of the Yellow Coin LRs has the, you know, the 100% and the 120% and whatever. I can't always keep track of it. Okay, so what are the specific details here? Because this is the final boss. Or at least it should be. Reduces damage and evasion. So far, I mean, this one's been pretty easy. I mean, I suppose I'll take the decent free rewards. But I would expect a bit more from a new Battlefield iteration. Especially the fact that it has less enemies than usual. So unless this is going to go into like a phase 4, or um, maybe there's like a second phase to this fight, because this LR does actually have a costume change. Although this actually is the costume change for the LR, though, to be fair. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this one's just going to actually be easier. Are like the stats higher at all? I don't think they. It hasn't felt that difficult. I don't know. We'll have to see. This is actually very interesting. I don't know if they're taking away my stones and battlefield memory though. I don't like that whatsoever. Make sure it's only what, like 2. Well, no, it's 3 fights less than usual, right? Because phase 2 usually would have had an additional fight, and then phase 3 usually has 5 fights total. This only has 3. So, you know, the rewards are nerfed for this iteration, I guess. That's really, come on, Dokkan. Yeah, is this what I was talking about with the points earlier? Right, I was putting such like a huge emphasis on it. Like, I've been playing since before the 3rd anniversary. It was off and on for a while, though, to be fair, I suppose. But you know, once I even started to really get into the game, you know, I still couldn't do Battlefield. And now it is easier these days, much easier, starting out. But especially because, you know, there was a lot less like category leads back then. Like, you had to use the type setups. I mean, it was pretty rough getting like a solid team for every single different type. Like, it genuinely took me like the first 1.5 years, 2 years or so of actually playing. I don't think I was able to really start doing Battlefields until like the 5th anniversary or something. Like, I could start them, but I could never really finish them. If I recall correctly. I don't know, we're talking so many years ago at this point, but I do know, at least for quite a while, whatever the specific period was, that I was not able to do them. So, I mean, if you were not playing for a long time, I mean, I just can't even imagine. Like, if you're a really recent player trying to get some of these, you know, LRs, like Garlic Jr., or the EZA for the Shadow Dragon Legion, like, it's bullshit. Like, they really need to give some way to, like, farm out more of this currency, or even do what they did with the 2nd anniversary and throw it on like a banner or something, right? Just something, because I feel like it's just so bad right now. It should not. The fact that we're able to LR, or rather we're able to Rainbow Garlic Jr., but if you don't have enough points, you're not actually able to do it. Like, I think that's just really shitty. Because it's, what was it, 570,000? 570,000 points to get 1 Garlic Jr. 4 times. And there was 400,000 for the 1. So in total, I mean, what is that? 2,680,000, like, grand total. 500,000 4 times, 2 million. 70,000 4 times, 280,000. 2,280,000 plus the 400,000. So yeah, it should be 2,600,000 and 680,000, I think. I could be wrong about that. Quick maths. So yeah, I mean, I was at what, 1.9 starting this out. So I don't think I'm going to have enough points. I mean, I guess we'll see. I think what I'll be able to do is I think I'll be able to get like 4 copies of them, but I won't be able to rainbow. Is what I'm thinking is how it's going to work out for me, unfortunately. Although we'll see. I mean, I don't, I haven't collected all the points just yet, so I don't know for sure. But I think it's going to be something like that, and it feels really unfortunate the fact that I'm going to be locked out of getting him Rainbow for at least a fucking month, simply because they're a little stingy with this currency. Like, they gotta do something to increase the amount. Like, this has been an issue for years, especially with every new LR. They fucking raise the price. To be fair, I suppose at least Garlic Jr. had that discount price, the 400,000, but still, I think that's not enough. I think they just need to increase the amount of currency we get from it in general. So, let's see here. So, is that really it? Yeah, okay. I mean, and I had a ton of characters remaining. Ton of characters. As well as I had like a bunch of the backup category stuff. Okay, so in total, right? I mean, we do get a decent bit of sounds from this. I'm at 299 now. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, that is a good thing with Battlefield. It's always really great for rewards. So, what is that? 28 total stones I got from just clearing this iteration. Now, let me go over to the Battlefield shop here. I am curious. I was at like 1.9 before. And now I'm at... Damn. It didn't even increase that much, to be honest. Fuck, that's so annoying. Okay, so I should be able to... I suppose I need to... Honestly, to be fair, I do need to be better about doing the weekly missions, I guess. That is something I'm not always the best about remembering to do. Because there's, what is it, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 memory missions. And a couple of times I have, like, bought Elder Kais from here. But, I don't know, it just... I think they need to be much, much better about how they handle it, for sure. Yeah, I'll save buying him for just... I'll keep that at the start of, like, a showcase video. I'll do, like, 55% Link level 1, I suppose. I think links are going to be a huge thing for him, but just to, just to try him out, as anyone would be able to immediately. And plus, I think it is really valuable to show him at 55%. Not only because I can't rainbow him, but also because that is, once again, I already had 1.9 million points. A lot of people are not going to have that much stocked up. Right? So I don't know. They need to do a better job about allowing people to actually get this material. It just... Because it's not like I even have all these fucking characters. That's the thing. I don't have King Cold and Mecha Frieza Rainbow. Right? I do have this LR Rainbow. I do have this LR Rainbow. I have one fucking copy of Babidi and Deborah. I do have the Shadow Dragon Legion Rainbow. I have 4 copies of Hatchiak. I have 1 copy of Cell and Frieza. I have 2 copies of Anilza, and I have not gotten Garlic Jr. yet. So it's not like I've even, cleaned up the shop every single time. It's like, oh, that's why I'm low on points. It's like, no, there's still a lot that I could have potentially bought, and I just didn't. Because the resource, it's like so scarce for no fucking reason. So they do need to do a better job about that, but regardless, I mean, the rewards are always pretty great. I think Garlic Jr., even at 55%, would be very effective. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to end things here. I'm actually very, very curious and interested. I got the team set up and everything to try out Garlic Jr., so I'm going to get to doing that, recording a showcase. Although, yeah, I'll record it today, but I don't know specifically when it'll actually go up, because I do need to do the stack video today, which I don't know if it's going to be Piccolo or Goku. I still haven't really decided. I don't know, we'll see. But either way, I'm going to end things here. Pretty easy Battlefield iteration overall. Don't like how we got less stones. I mean, still a lot of stones, obviously, but a few less than what we normally get, I believe. And I can't rainbow this guy, which is very, very unfortunate. It's a really good change that you could rainbow him, but I don't have the resources. A lot of people are not going to have the resources. It's really shitty. Yeah. So with that being said, though, I'm going to end things here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.